One rack cost around. Let me do the math. 2.6k ish.
2.6k.
For one rack, yeah. The aluminium, also the alloy tubes, plus the wood. Is it? Oh, no. Double check. It is, right? It's 200 alloy tube.
It's kind of an irrelevant number. I think this math is correct. It's possible it's not. I've slept 4 hours tonight, so. Okay, guys, this is what we're dealing with. Has nothing to do with what we're gonna be doing, but just to kind of get some direction going here, so we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Currently, we are mining too little. Our goal is to mine enough to where we can hit the laundromat as often as we would want, right? In order to do that, here's the number. At the highest possible price available on the market, which is 12, one GPU is going to cost us $6,000. I think that's the math I did, right? 500 times 12. Yeah. $6,000. So to fill a rack, we're looking at 60k per rack. However, we need 4 racks, so that's $240,000, excluding the cost of the rack. Now,
that's the worst possible outcome, though.
Well, yeah, that's the highest possible price.
Yeah.
So we can probably imagine we will probably remove.
Yeah, realistically, it's way
like
less.
60k or whatever the fuck. So yeah, I mean, this is the worst possible number in mind. So realistically, yeah, it would be less than this. Now, me and Forad, we talked about how we can kind of make sure we get there quicker, because we've tried a lot of different things. Like we tried the whole thing of like meeting up and collecting money and buying stuff, and I think it's kind of difficult for us to feel motivated to like, okay, if I put it this way, I think everyone in this house is competent enough to get a lot of money quickly, as long as they know what they're getting the money for and when. Okay, so we need to set up some clear goals in mind, so it makes sense why people are doing certain things. I propose that we do a weekly collection of a set number that we then attribute to this goal. My thinking was that we were gonna do 15k, and because like 15k, I can get that in 2-3 hours if I really try to. I think everyone here can. It's just that we don't really have a reason to. But if we have a reason, it shouldn't be a problem. And at 7 people, at 15k each, we're talking about 105 grand a week, which would close up on this goal really quickly. On top of that, we can obviously buy circuit boards on the side as well, but having that as a set goal for everyone in the house, I think would help immensely. So that is my suggestion, or not mine alone, but that is the suggestion here. So do we have any thoughts on this? Is there anyone that disagrees or think this is a bad idea, or that we should change it in any way?
No, I don't think it's a bad idea.
Yeah. But question, who's this consisting of? Because obviously there's people who have keys to the house who haven't been inputting money at all for the last couple of weeks, you know.
Okay, so I was gonna address this too. This whole thing of who's contributing what, and to be clear, Lamo, I'm not pointing you out here. It's just reminding me I wanted to talk about this too.
Yeah.
This whole thing of like who did what and what they do, we need to leave that shit at the door. We can't have that mindset. Like it's not gonna operate. Like we can't think like that. We're just gonna have to assume that everyone is doing something to help, regardless of what they're doing. And I know that is the case, but sometimes it can be difficult to see that when some people are contributing raw cash and some people are contributing materials or whatever the fuck it might be. So we're gonna have to drop that mindset entirely, or else this shit ain't gonna work. But I think so whatever in the past, whatever the fuck, who cares? Going forward, we set a day, we all attribute $15,000. I suggest that I collect the money. I then take the lump sum and I send that money to Forehead. I'll note down how much money have been passed through. The reason we're sending it to Forehead is Forehead has a lot of connections and he can make the purchases happen. But the lump sum will go through me. I'll collect the money from everyone and I'll send the lump sum to Forehead. He will then purchase the parts with the money. thoughts on this? Anyone that think this is a horrible idea or we should change it or anything? Or
I don't think it's a bad idea.
okay,
I don't think it's a bad idea at all. 15K a week is
But-
very doable.
I mean,
But
okay, listen.
what
It doesn't have
what
to
if
be.
we want to?
It doesn't have to be one person that buy. Like, we all should be looking to find people that sell materials. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but yeah, for sure. But we need to have set principles because we can't have floaty shit. But you're not wrong. What were you saying, me?
What if? Okay, let's say I can go and get like 150,000, right?
Yeah.
And I just dumped it into fucking GPUs or whatever.
Yeah.
Does that mean like? Would you put the 15,000 towards paying that back? Does that make sense?
So yeah, I get what you're saying. I
don't
think
think
like
to get to the goal
I think
quicker?
I think once we start doing that, all this shit is gonna get complicated, and we're gonna start getting into the pool of who did what.
I think listen, I think if you want to overpay, that's fine. But like, I don't think you should be looking back that money. If
Yeah,
you want, if you
I agree. Because once we start getting into the whole shit of like,
Overpaying and shit like that, then it's
well,
who
I did
owes who
this and
money.
you did that. Yeah, then it's gonna get muddled. We have to have the mindset of like whatever you pull into like resources into the house, that's resources into the house, and it just is what it is. Why do you bring it up, Ming? Is it because you would want that to be reimbursed, or?
Well, I just think it's a time thing, right? Like, wouldn't it be better to get to the goal quicker so we can make more money doing the laundromat? And
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Yeah, totally.
I'm more than likely going to invest more than 15K a week, but I'm not looking for the money back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do the same too. I'm gonna make sure the first thing I do in the week is I'm gonna make sure I get enough materials to make 15K, and then I'm gonna keep getting materials, and all of them I'm just gonna make into circuit boards immediately, and I'm not gonna keep track of how much I've gotten.
Yeah.
So I implore
No
everybody
reason.
to do the same, and I assume people will. The 15K is just to make sure that we have a baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anything above that, you're choosing to invest into the house. So we can't reach the point where someone's like, "Oh, but I did this on Tuesday," or whatever the fuck. It's just that's kindergarten shit, and we're beyond that, and it's not gonna work out if we do it that way. So I think the 15K baseline will help, and then anything above that, it's your choice, and obviously you should do that, but no one's gonna force you to, and you can't hold people accountable for what they do above the 15K. I think that's the most reasonable way to do it, to make sure everybody contributes what's expected, and then people can contribute more. And then if we find that 15K is totally doable and people want to do more, we can circle back and increase it. But at least we can secure 105K a week minimum.
I'm gonna start doing a grime, because if you get a big truck, it's a lot of money. Like you're able to do a run every hour, which is $5,000 each. So
Yeah, I mean, the other thing too, Lamor, is like once I get to 100 on sanitation, I can just grab two of us and we can make millions
make a
doing
lot
that
of
shit. So.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, there needs to be some kind of direction in how we can get money. So I think I'm gonna start the grime and hopefully aim for the big truck, and everyone
think,
can benefit of that. You know.
I think that's a good idea. I think stick to one thing. Like I think people, it's easy to feel like, oh, but this is what I should do now. Just stick to one thing, and it's probably gonna pay off in the long run.
all right.
But if that's what you want to do, you should do that. But okay, so we do the 15K.
Let's
should
agree
we
on a
start
day.
this
What
week
day?
or yeah. The question would be if we start this week or we start Monday.
I fucking start. The sooner the better. There's no point in putting shit off.
Okay,
Everyone here has
let's start-
15K to spare, right?
Let's
Yeah.
do it this way then. Let's do Friday this week, so tomorrow,
Mhm.
and then
Friday next week.
and then going forward we do it on Wednesdays. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
just want
So
me
we
to
do-
send this? So you want me to send the 15K to Forehead?
Send it to
Send
me.
it to
I'll take
him.
the lump sum. My state ID is 5191.
Okay.
Just wanna confirm. Okay, so who are we expecting 15,000 from each week? Sorry.
I counted Ming, you, me, Forehead, Voidwalker, Fanny, Wait, is that me, you,
6.
Dickhead.
Ming, Forehead, Woodwalker, Dickhead, Fanny, and then Julian too, right? He has keys.
Yes.
Or what's the situation with that?
I think he's trying to buy another house somewhere.
So he doesn't live here, or he does?
I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty confusing, to be honest.
Okay, so we
What,
don't count with
Desmond?
him, or?
And what about Desmond?
Yeah, we talked to Desmond about it. I mean,
I know the thing
regardless, we're
is, okay. We're going to say this, but we also have to split the power bill that Desmond has to pay
Yeah.
every month. So that
Yeah.
it was 18K last time. It's not fair that he pays like the whole sum, you know.
Yeah,
I thought we paid him for that.
I don't think everyone. I
Well,
haven't paid him yet. I need
that-
Desmond to pay him.
the assumption is that people have. I have, but I don't know if everyone has.
I have.
I gotta pay him. I gotta pay him.
Will you since I'm gonna be collecting, I'll just take the responsibility of when the power bill comes next time. I'll make sure everybody sends it, so
Yeah.
we get it sorted.
Okay.
It's gonna be easier when we know that the power bill actually come with. When is this job coming out?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. It's gonna be easier once we know when the power bill hits, and then we can set a set date where everyone just sends the money. But yeah, I mean, we can definitely count on Desmond for the money. Dickhead, I don't know, potentially, right? But regardless, we're 7 people, so that's still my calculation at 100 and it's either 105 or 125, which is great regardless. So yeah, so I'll make sure I collect tomorrow, and then after that, Wednesdays going forward, make sure that if you send me money without me asking on the Wednesday, which should be the case, make sure to text me and tell me that you sent the money, because I can't keep track of the different state IDs on the bank account every
Understand.
single time. Okay, so we have a direction and we have a way to get money, so we should be chilling. And if it becomes an issue, we circle back on it. Easy peasy.
All right.
All right, get your fucking clicker fingers ready here, so we can get this job.
But, you know, I feel like you've taken the role of dickhead, Lovemore.
Wait, what?
I just feel like you just have a new job every time I come down here. You got new
Yeah,
tattoos,
kinda,
you have a
actually,
new
yeah, true.
job. You're like,
So I was speaking to